I was reading on the patio today and I got a sunburn from hell. Look at that, look how red it is. But thankfully, I have the best medicine against a sunburn. Nothing dulls the pain like alcohol. Hi, I'm Oliver. Welcome to today's book discussion. So today I am talking about the book Taken by Erin Bowman. It's a fairly recent book. I think it came out at the beginning of March of 2013. And I heard about it. It was in January or in February. I was watching a video from the ChapterChicks here, a great booktubing channel on YouTube, and they were talking, about exciting upcoming releases, and the way that they talked about Taken intrigued me. So it's a YA novel. I'm not that versed into YA, but the great thing about YouTube is that it has certainly expanded my knowledge of YA novel. And what piqued my interest about this book, which is the same thing that the ladies were talking about, was the fact that the protagonist of Taken is male, and then the setup intrigued me as well. So it's the story of a boy. His name is Gray. He's in a small town, and everything is sort of normal in the town, except that when boys reach the age of 18, they get heist. And what basically means is that they disappear from the village. Now, they don't know where the boy goes. They presume that the boy dies. The people of the town don't question it. They go along with it. They're cut from the outside world. They don't really know. They don't have modern technology. And the town is circled by a wall. And the people of the town do not know what's going on behind that wall. Actually, people who have tried to climb the wall have died because their body has been returned to the town, cremated. I was like, okay, that's an interesting setup, and I want to know what is coming and heisting those boys, or, abducting them. Basically, I was like, are they aliens? I don't know. So that's why I picked it up. Now, the book is great. It's a fun, quick read. If you are in a reading slump, that's perfect for it. It's big font, less of spacing, it's fast-paced, and, it's perfect to cleanse your palate. It's great. It's a fun, entertaining read. Summer has arrived, so I would say, it can be worth checking into. But the love story is, or, the love sentiment, or, that's what I thought maybe I wouldn't get by having a male protagonist as opposed to a women protagonist. I was like, okay, maybe with a man, it's not going to be as lovey-dovey as some other novels can be, because that's one of my main turn-off about YA, is the whole love story thread, a love triangle, or whatever. I'm not interested in that. And I thought, oh, since it's a man, maybe I won't have to deal with it. As it turns out, I still had to deal with it a lot. So that was a bummer. Otherwise, it's a great story of deceit and quest for truth and deciphering the lies from the truth. So for that, it was great. Some of the actions of the characters, because the character is emotion driven or gut driven, he relies on instinct and impulse. So some of his actions were annoying because they were impulsive. So that also kind of annoyed me. So I would say, if you do not like love stories, let me warn you, had I known about how heavy the love story was, I probably would not have picked it up. But if it's something that you enjoy or you don't mind, definitely give it a try. It's fun. Now, but you know, as all of my other videos on my channel, I'm not here really to review the book or anything like that. If you want to read or watch a review of Taken by Erin Bowman, I invite you to check any of those videos. Those are proper reviews that you might enjoy. I'd rather discuss the book, so talking about specific plot point, character development, and the ending. So, if you do not want to be spoiled, don't watch any further. Let me just start by saying that this is a planned trilogy, and I sometimes feel with an ending that it doesn't warrant a second book. I'm thinking about, I recently read Blood Red Road by Maura Young, and the ending, even though it's supposed to be a series, is very much like, it's not open-ended. Like, it felt like a novel of its own that does not need any other book to complete the story. Now, when it comes to Taken, it does end on a cliffhanger. So towards the end of the book, when they discovered that the Group A village might still be, there might still be people there, and then they set out on the trek to get to it. So that development felt organic. I don't know if you thought that as well, but it sort of felt organic. And okay, I would like to know what really happens in Village A. So, you know, I would say that I would definitely pick up the second book of the series, because I want to know if there truly are people in Village A. I really want to know. There are some little things that bugs me. I mean, they're minor things. It's like minor details. But I don't know, when I look at the fabric of existence, if you will, they don't ring true. Or, I don't know, like at one point, the main character of Gray is too weak to sip water with his hands, and yet he can raise his hand above his head when he gets targeted by Bree. And then, at one point, he, you know, when he escapes the city, and then he stumble upon, and you know, so he's running from the order, right? From the order. And then he gets to sleep, but then he hears people, he hears people talking, so stupidly decides to go to the camp and spy on those people. Now, I know that story-wise, this allowed for Gray to grab on his twin and bring him on his journey, and ultimately save him from the attack and blah blah blah, but how he got there, I don't know, it's not as if he stumbled coincidentally upon the camp of the Order. He left his place of hiding to go and spy on them, even though he was doing everything he could to get away from them. So that did not ring true. And when he is finally discovered, you know, when he spies on the camp, he gets he's brought into the middle, and then he's going to get executed. Like, he feels the gun behind his head. And then just, you know, a couple of paragraphs or a couple of pages later, he's like, oh my God, we might die. You know, I see my life flashing before my eyes due to this attack. I'm like, now you're thinking that you're gonna die when the guy before was aiming at you and trying to shoot you and execute you? You didn't think you were gonna die? What? That did not make sense to me at all. At all. And like, one of the things is how they get into the city, leave the city, how he escapes everything. I don't know, they made it seems as if like the town, like the city under the dome is super protected. You know, under tons of watchdog people. There's camera everywhere. And yet, you know, I felt that he escaped quite easily. And I don't get the omen of the crow. Do you get it? You know, like he sees a crow on the wall, so then he jumps over the wall. And then he sees the crow when he's in the office about to get killed. So he runs and takes a leap of faith over the building. I'm like, what does the crow have anything to do with this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so those were some of the things that, I don't know, didn't add up for me. I liked the character of Emma and of Bree. I thought that they were, you know, both smart and resourceful. I certainly loved all of the smokes and mirrors of, you know, who's lying and who's telling the truth. I thought that that's what kept me coming back to the book. I wanted to know and I wanted to discover the truth. I would say that it's, as is the case with a lot of young adult novel or children book, it kind of bugs me that so much power is given to young people. I mean, you know, when they decide to go and get the vaccine, who's on the mission? It's Gray, who's 18, Bree, who's 17, and Harvey, who's older. But I mean, really, you're entrusting onto those two people? That always bugs me. And you know, the fact that Clipper is a genius, I'm like, really, you're teenagers? You're teenagers, how? I just, I don't know, that sometimes or often rubs me the wrong way because it doesn't ring true to in the world. Does it? I mean, I have to get over it, you know, if I want to enjoy the book, and I ultimately enjoyed the book, but you know, it's still kind of irritates me. It kind of does. Kind of irritates me. Do you mind that? Do you mind that those young protagonists achieve so much and are entrusted so much upon themselves? I mean, I'm 27, so I remember what it was like to be, you know, 16, 17, 18, and I could not have done that. I could not have done that. So, yeah, that's why it rubs me. Does it rub you? Am I the only one who thinks that? Let me know in the comments. So, there you go. That was my discussion of Taken by Erin Bowman. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for the second novel of the trilogy. I'm intrigued. But it did not turn out as great or as good as I hoped it would. Yeah. So, there you go. So, don't forget to leave comments about your thoughts on the book. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified of any new video that I put out. You can always come and find me on Facebook and on Twitter if you want to know any books that I'm currently reading so that you can know before everyone else what new video I'm going to be shooting. And there you go. Until next time. Take care. Bye.